Tiffany here from the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce. Typically, I would be gearing up for ChamberAM that would be happening on May the 12th, but a little bit of a spin this time around. Instead of live in an elevator, we're actually doing live at the breakfast table. And I'm joined by our guest today, Martha Sullivan from Sullivan Law. Welcome, Martha.
I think I've hit the jackpot because instead of getting to chat with you in an elevator, we get to chat with food, and I'm going to own it. I really love good food.
Perfect. I love to hear that. And speaking of good food, we have ordered breakfast this morning from a chamber member. Chamber member That's a Wrap Catering has delivered breakfast to my house and to Martha's office. Martha, do you have your breakfast out there yet?
So I feel like this is the moment where the truth comes out. I started early. I couldn't resist.
Martha couldn't wait. It was so delicious.
I opened it, and that I had that feeling that you do when you're like a child on Christmas morning. Go, ooh, good food. Guys, I am a simple person, and I am happy a lot. And good food is one of the many ways that I am very happy. And this is like primo breakfast. I'm just gonna own it. This is not when Tiffany. Okay, first when Tiffany said she was sending breakfast, I was happy. I love food. But this is more than I was expecting. Thank you very much, Tracy from That's a Wrap. You made my morning even better.
Tracy from That's a Wrap has prepared us a little breakfast to go. It is, what has she got here? Pull apart butter biscuits, black lemon with licorice cheese, lavender Gouda, Guinness cheddar, fresh strawberries, sugar-free yogurt, nuts, seed brittle. She even packed us a little orange juice to make sure we had our vitamin C. That's a Wrap Catering. Thank you. Now,
can I just say my thing?
Yeah.
This is the thing with That's a Wrap Catering. Every time I order stuff from them, I'm always like, ooh, better and more than I expected. I'm biased. I like Tracy a lot personally and professionally, but she rocks it. Like in every way, her food is, this is what she does. I'm biased. I'm just going to say my opinion too.
That is so wonderful. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that That's a Wrap Catering. They do a lot more than just wraps. They do a lot more than just catering. They do like individual meals. They do family meals. They do stuff like this.
So they do amazing, phenomenal like charcuterie boards that are like 5 feet long. She did for like our open house here at work, like amazing appetizers. I can keep going because I've ate a lot of Tracy's food. I'm giving out away. I like it.
Love local PTBO, right? And Tracy sources a lot of local ingredients too. So kind of all those good things. So we're going to enjoy breakfast, and typical live in an elevator style. I've got some questions for you, Martha. I want to get to know you a little bit better. So
here, can I interrupt first?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep eating, but if I have stuff in my teeth, you have to tell me. I'll do it for you. You do it for me.
I promise. Done. All right. So first question. So Martha Sullivan from Sullivan Law. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Sullivan Law first?
Okay. Big picture. I am so happy that I got to move back to Peterborough 3 years ago. So I was born and raised here. I lived in Ottawa all in for almost 15 years. And when life brought me home, I felt like I hit the jackpot, because I had never stopped calling Peterborough home. I'd always wanted to come back, and life works, and it brought my family home. And instead of thinking about what I had in Ottawa and the track I was on, I kind of used this opportunity in life to create the firm that I had always dreamed of working in. So I think that's what our firm is. It's the firm that I had always wanted to be a part of, and it's one of those things when you actually get to be the person to dream up the place that you always wanted to work, you get to do it. And so this is what that is. And I think it's that makes me so happy that it's successful, because it works for other people too.
That's awesome. So you really are living the dream. This is your dream. It actually segues into my first question, which is why you chose to do business in PTBO. And that's obvious. You chose to do business in Peterborough because you love it.
Yeah. So I was born and raised here, and I am very, very close to my family. So family to me is almost everything, if not everything. So being able to come back home and have family dinners all of the time means a lot to me. And then, okay, Tiffany's starting to eat her food and looks so happy. Being able to be really close to my family is number one. But then also being able to practice where I want to be is such a privilege and an opportunity. And so much so, like, my roots in Peterborough, we joke like the family got off the boat from Ireland here. And being able to get the roots even deeper where I want to be is really, really important to me. And I do consider it such a privilege to get to do what I love to do in the city I've always wanted to be in.
That is so incredibly special.
It is. It is.
I love this city. It has so much to offer. Just gonna have a little bite of Tracy's bacon here.
It's really good.
So
I totally
good.
jumped it and I was like, "Oh, bacon! I'll eat that." So one of my clients said to me last week, I hadn't heard this expression. He called it Peterborough's a boomerang town. I had not heard it. And he, like me, did awesome stuff in other places and came on home. And he says Peterborough just brings everyone home. You go, you figure out how great it is in Peterborough, and then you come on back.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah,
I see that
boomerang.
a lot. Yeah, because I wasn't born and raised here, so I'm a transplant. So as soon as I came here, I put down roots and stayed. But I hear that all the time. People leave and then they come back and find success, and you know, people just love this city. There's lots to love. Did you always want to be a lawyer, Martha? Like, no?
I did. I always wanted to be a lawyer. And I think the reasons that I wanted to be a lawyer when I was in high school and then in undergrad aren't the reasons why I love it today. And I think I'm totally biased because I love what I do a lot. But law is one of those careers that it can keep evolving with who you are, and you can keep growing the career and molding it into what you want it to be. And I think that's one of my favorite things about the profession and the education that comes with it, because it's not static. It keeps growing and changing, and you form it and it forms you. And I was joking with close friends of mine. I've been practicing almost 10 years, and Tiffany's eyes just bulged. I apparently am older than I look to her this morning. I feel like now my career is like, and my job is like that really great pair of jeans that you just like put on. That's what I feel like it is. It's my favorites. They're my faves.
That's awesome. You're really living the dream. You're in the city that you want to be in. You're doing exactly what you want to be doing. The evolution opportunities in your career are it's pretty remarkable. So, opening your own firm, if you could offer one piece of business advice, what would that piece of business advice be?
I think the one piece of advice that I heard lots of people give, and I'm going to be the same person, I'm going to give it, and then I'm going to own it, but I didn't do it for like 2 years after I started. We got really clear about what our values are and what's important to us. So, and now it really helps us, everybody here, make every decision. And so our firm values here are kindness and respect to our clients, colleagues, and community. It's the foundation of who we are and what we do.
What a great ethos. And that transfers down right through
Yeah.
all the levels of staff.
And so
oh yeah.
Practice law the way we would want to be treated as clients, and we treat staff and the couriers and everybody the way we would want to be treated. And I think it's one of those values that it seems simple, but when you actually apply it to everything, simple is good. Like when everything started hitting the fan with COVID, we had a socially distanced staff meeting and said, okay, how are we going to get through this that's good for you and good for these people and great for these people? And then when everyone else on the same page that that's how we're going to do things, you can be really creative about how you keep operating that works really well for everyone.
Right. And being open and receptive, bringing your staff together to get their feedback, their input, because that's where brilliant ideas come from. And
oh yeah, no, I do not have a monopoly on good ideas. I work with people who are really really smart and creative and all of the great things that I sometimes am not. They rock it. So they had a lot of really good ideas. So I think that's big to me, to figure out those, like, the values, and to have them like, this is what they are, so that you can kind of hold on to them all the time and let them guide you.
That's awesome. So you grew up in Peterborough, you love it here. We're eating breakfast right now.
Yeah.
Where's your normal breakfast to go place in PTBO?
I feel like you're asking me to choose among like my children. You're asking me to, like, which child do you love the best, Martha? I'm not gonna choose. And I think I'm like one of those that it's like, there's too many that I like too much.
That's fair. We have a lot of really good
restaurants. And I'm going to also say that it's so variable to me where I will show up depending on, like, even to the season of the year, because it's like, I'm just gonna own it. Silver Bean on a summer morning, they have it on lock for me.
Oh, Silver Bean, we're waiting for you, Silver Bean, patiently.
You know what I mean? Like, to like the season of the year and what you're in the mood for, because sometimes I'm gonna own it. I really just want like greasy fried eggs, and sometimes I want like when you have time to have that lunch with those friends that last 2 hours, you're not going to the same place. So I love food, and I love, like, I think I tailor it too much, and there's too many good places to choose from that I don't want, and I'm not choosing favorites, Tiffany. I can't do it.
Anywhere and everywhere you can have Martha for breakfast, even in your own home.
Thanks for having me over.
Thank you for coming. You're a real treat. So can you share what's a fun Martha Sullivan fact? What's a fun fact about you?
Okay, so I didn't know what I was going to say. And then I figured it out this morning on the way here when I embarrassed myself driving to work, because one of my fun facts I remembered is that I listen to music very, very, very loud when I'm in the car by myself. I like to listen to really fun music really loudly. And I got caught this morning because a friend of mine was walking by and waved really loudly because she heard me coming, apparently. So it's a fun way to get to work.
It's like an extra special wake-up call when you get in the car and it's loud.
We all have quirks, guys. I'm really open about mine.
All right. So you love loud music. What about secret talents? Can you sing? Do you dance, tap, jazz?
Okay. So I like to think I can sing, and I like to think I can dance. I can't really. I just really like doing them both. So I don't think they're secret talents. I just like them. I would say, again, I think I'm pretty biased these days just because of the people that I get to work with. I think my secret talent would be finding awesome people to join our team.
Ooh,
because
talent recruitment.
Right now,
yeah,
it's like as like there's, everyone keeps using the word uncertainty and this and that, and you know what? I'm certain that I've hit the jackpot, and I have 2 new people joining our team in the next month, and I am so excited to have them. And there's all the other stuff going on, and I'm like, no, I want to go to their retirement party. Like, let's go for the long haul. And I'm really grateful that I think that might be the talent of like weeding through resumes and finding those people.
That is a huge talent. There are lots of people that don't have that knack. And that is extremely valuable. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're hiring and you need advice, call Martha. So I
have a couple of tricks that I'm like super hardcore on. I have the tricks, email me.
Perfect. We definitely will. So you're our ChamberAM speaker next week, Tuesday, May the 12th, 8 a.m. Right here on Zoom. Kind of a different format. Should be fun. What are you going to share with us at Breakfast AM? Why should we tune in?
So first of all, I felt very special to be asked. And I've done some reflecting about things that I would want to hear or things that would be useful to other people. And the way I live my life is I always say that I'm just trying to keep the crazy and the awesome approximately equal. It's like this balancing game that I play constantly. And I think what I want to share next week is some of the crazy, awesome things that we have found and that we're doing to make sure the awesome stays higher than the crazy right now and all the time. So just some of those tips, and I think some of them will definitely be accessible to other people and trying to share those.
Excellent. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. Good balance. You're a little bit zesty and spicy, but you're also very level-headed and rational and easygoing. So you're remarkable. You are a Peterborough gem. Thank you for joining us this morning at Live at the Breakfast Table.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm going to say it. This was an absolutely lovely way to start my morning, and I look forward to doing it again with you in a week. All the best. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day, everyone. Tune in if you want to register for ChamberAM next week. Don't miss it. 8 a.m. with Martha Sullivan. Register at peterborouggchamber.ca.